Ahoy there, Legion! With my Cernos finally maxed, what better time for another quick weapon review? As you might have guessed, this isn't a bow, this is a throwing weapon. 10 points to Gryffindor for keen observation and deductive skills. Also, as this screen will no doubt give away, these are some older recordings. And man alive, do I miss that old UI and all its functional glory. But as you can see, the Kunai have two handy-dandy checkmark polarity slots which can readily be used to boost its damage. How you mod it out is up to personal choice on which faction you are scoring off against, but I will say the status and crit chance are nothing to write Lotus about, clocking in at 2.5% each, so you might be wise to avoid them. As far as how these guys handle, I have both good and bad news. Let's start with the good. Kunai fire solidly fast and pack an equal punch. For comparison's sake, they fire slower but hit harder than the Haiku variant of throwing weapons, but it is for those very reasons why I dislike the Haiku and do not recommend it. The Kunai reload time is lightning fast, and aesthetically, you get a nice pair of barbed thigh holsters, which is pretty cool. The downside of the weapon, though, is a bit of a doozy. Every time you throw a dart, or whatever it technically is, you alternate between a high and low shot. Wherever your cursor is aiming, you will lob a dart above or below your reticle. I don't know why it fires this way. As you probably have already seen when a Grineer takes cover behind something, half of your shots miss while your other half headshot them. The gap between the two is quite large, and while you can compensate for it by swinging the mouse up and down, this is not a practical solution when both you and your enemy are running and dodging one another. And the further away the target is, the harder it is to land an attack. For it to be viable for a long-range kill, both you and your enemy would have to stand perfectly still. But I will get it eventually. Just you sit there motionless without a thought of personal survival, and yes! Kill you some corpus! I mean, the weapon and even the animations your character perform while firing it certainly look nice, but it isn't nearly functional. I don't need something shiny, I need something that works. Ahem. As far as a final verdict go, while I like the Kunai much more than Haiku, I tossed it to make room for other weapons. It's not as bad as a full-on rank and spank, but the random accuracy was too great a cost for me. I can deal with travel times with enough patience, but even if you fired once, forced to reload and fired again, it still alternated the shot, which I found more than annoying. Be sure to give them a try though, and see how they feel in your own hands. Whenever you do, leave a comment below with your thoughts on them, and I'll be sure to give you a reply right back. Thank you for watching, Legion. If you liked this weapon review, or it brought a smile to your face, we'd be honored if you liked, favorited, and shared this video with your fellow Tenno. It always helps us out when you does. Subscribe to stay up to date with Warframe's goings-on, and be alerted to our other zany uploads 3 times a week. As always, if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. Catch you next time, Legion. Take care.